we have Jenis Weerasinge from Impact Club of British School, Colombo. Hi, welcome.
Hi.
I have three questions for you. And my first question is your initial reaction or thought of past President Joshua Samuel. Give us everything.
Okay, so when it comes to my initial reaction, I'll just say when I first met Joss, it was back in like August in the very first district meeting of the years 22-23, and I remember myself just talking to like a bunch of random interactors, and then I hear this boy just making jokes and laughing, and then I just remember how my attention was just focused directly at whatever was happening behind me, and at that time I did not know who he was. And then after I finished my conversation, I quickly went away to just see who this was because it seemed very interesting. And then I see this boy with like a brown blazer and everything, and he had this really strong accent, and I literally thought he was from like a very foreign institute or something like that. And then when I met him, and then on the logo it says Hindu College, and I was quite surprised. And initially, when I met him, as I said, he was very talkative, very outgoing, very vibrant, and I think my initial thoughts weren't any different to how he actually is as a person, because Joss is like that, and I think that's what makes him him. So yeah.
Thanks for sharing the wonderful memories with us. Your discovery, and my second question is your discovery of finding out about him being a Tamil boy from a national Hindu school. How did it lead you to deal with this apprentice?
Okay, so as I said before, I was quite stunned when I realized that he was from Hindu College, because he had a very vibrant and outgoing personality, and he was he had a very stable, and he was very confident, and however I feel like his ethnicity or his nationality didn't really bring much of an impact or effect to how I actually thought he was or how I actually think he is, because he's just like everyone else. But I would say he's a very extraordinary individual, and I'm glad that I met him. And he suddenly brought up the idea of doing this project. It was Lumos, which happened in June, like this month. And and I literally just said yes, because he seemed like a very great person to work with, and he really was a great person to work with, and he's someone who's very optimistic and full of hope, and honestly I've never met anyone like that. So yeah, he gave a wonderful experience.
Thank you. And my final question is Project Lumos this year, one of the prominent projects of both the Interact clubs of British School in Colombo and Hindu College. Just being the strong pillar of leading the project and doing it successfully, would you do it any differently if you could start all over again?
Okay, so when it comes to doing it differently, one of the most hardest obstacles we faced in this project was government authorities. So we spent a huge amount of time when it came to visiting the municipal council and getting authorities and going through these regulations which we had not known of. I feel like if we did know about them quite earlier, we would have been more organized, we would have been more settled, and we would have gathered a lot of people to come. However, we did it, and I think that's what matters. And like the second thing was weather. So another thing I would change was, it would be to look through the weather forecast, because when it comes to sending lanterns and weather, they don't really go well. So it was raining really hard that day, and it literally came to a point where we had to bring in a statue to a room, and we just sat down and prayed. Okay, Joss, in the other hand, he disappeared for 2 hours, and then after 2 hours I actually thought he went to like go suicide or something, and I literally checked every single room and he wasn't there. And then I went upstairs, and then this person was just on a chair praying, and then I was like, wow, and then like I said, he's a very extraordinary individual with a lot of hope. And it paid off though. The rain did stop at the end of the day. And however, if I would change it, I would definitely check the weather forecast and get those government authorities settled in. So
Thank you for sharing your wonderful memories and your precious time with us.
no worries. Thank you.